Hello, and welcome back to the Graviton. This series was made by yours truly to help you achieve existential lift and defy gravity. Here on Earth, we've all got problems, but on this channel, I implore you to take the cosmic perspective and envision a wide expanse of space, endless possibilities, and dreams of the stars. But moving on, that was kind of like a warm up to what I really want to get to is the lesson in gravity. So this is all going to come full circle. But first, I want to explain a little bit of genetics, a DNA primer, how the DNA replicates in a double helical fashion. First, the nucleotides, the building blocks of your DNA, they start off in one like small primer, and what that primer does is it just sets itself in place for the previous strand of DNA to start copying it, and it'll just copy blocks of nucleotides one by one, and nucleotides are just a name for the fundamental building blocks of what DNA is made of. So you have these blocks of nucleotides copying the previous strand of DNA, and after that it gets coiled into a helix to compact it and just really keep it compact so a lot more DNA can be packaged into the nucleus of a cell. And that is basically an analogy of this entire video series. We're going to start off with some easy stuff and then get to the harder, more dense gravitational stuff. So just think of everything before this as a DNA primer and relate that to the lesson in gravity, which is going to be the derivation of geodesic motion from Einstein's field equation. Pretty dense stuff. If I were to explain a geodesic, that would be, so the Earth has a curvature to it, and if you were to travel from one point, say the east in China to like the west and say New York, if you go in a straight line, it'll actually take you north and then south to get to it. And so it's more like kind of like a wave. If half of the journey would be north and the other half would be south, but you're really going a straight path. So that would be what a geodesic is. It's traveling around the Earth in the shortest path, but being taken through its curvature, if that makes any sense. The geo in geodesic basically means the Earth. So now what I find interesting about this lesson here is going to be an analysis of geometrodynamic spirit, and the surrounding the Schwarzschild zone of influence of the object mark out a buffer zone. So in geometrodynamic spirit, you have a buffer zone, and see around this circle here, you have, it's hard to see a little bit, but there's an A diameter and there's a B diameter, and the space between it is the buffer zone. So you will have in the smaller circle, the A region, you'll have a zone of influence. In the general case where the object lacks all symmetry, the metric is found to depart more and more from ideal Schwarzschild character as the exploration of geometry is carried inward from A. Effective angular momentum. So A is the effective inward angular momentum. So in the small region, you have a you see, if you have if you have something with angular momentum and it curves inward from the outside, it'll come to a point, and that'll be like flat space-time. And as it comes out of it, outward, you have curved space-time. And that's what the B region is going to signify. As this geometry is explored at greater and greater distances outside B, it is found to depart more and more from flatness. Yeah, so as it curves outward, it'll be more and more more curvy, kind of like that. And that is kind of basically geometrodynamic spirit. Okay, so if you were to look at this one more time, so this would be the A region right here. And then as the A region expands through the buffer zone to the B region, you'll have this outer region and this outer region, and that'll be the curvature. Whew. So there you go. Quick lesson, geometrodynamic spirit. I hope I got it through in an easy enough way to get the message across. But so yeah. And the last point that I wanted to cover in this video is the notion of a tokamak fusion reactor. And what a tokamak fusion reactor is it's a machine that's proposed to create fusion energy, and fusion energy is energy that sustains itself. So it'll, as it's spinning like this, it has a torsional property. So energy spinning in this, let's say, an elliptical fashion, it'll spin, and also the spinning will have its own torsional property, and torsion is just like a twisting of the spin, and it will create like this huge swirling energy vortex that sustains itself. And taking each, say, notation of this video, that will be the tokamak fusion reactor. So let's take that fusion energy to basically start your day. And if you start your day with a lot of let's say like a lot of learning, basically you'll have a brand spanking new day that is amazing. It's almost as if you're creating a star from your own custom made stardust. And there you have it. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it finds you well, and I hope I can get better at explaining this, because it's pretty fun for me. So thank you again for watching this video. It has been a joy, and you all have an amazing day.